Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel. This is part of a continuing series on the different types of budgeting methods there are out there. So today we're going to take a deep dive into a method that's usually used in business but can be applied to personal finances as well. It's the profit and loss, or P&L, budgeting method. So we're going to break it down and see if it's a good fit for you. Hi, I'm Eva, and I'm the founder of Fierce Rich Money. After 2 years of unemployment, I'm back in debt. I got out of debt before using my plan, and I'm doing it again. And this channel is about normal ways of getting out of debt, not the extreme ways that litter the internet. And we'll cut through the lies and misinformation being told to us that's keeping us in the dark and poor. So, what exactly is the P&L budgeting method? P&L stands for profit and loss, and it's a financial statement that's typically used by businesses to summarize their revenues, their costs and expenses during a specific period. It's usually, it can be a month, a quarter, a year, whatever. But here's the thing. This concept can also be adapted to personal finance, right? Who knew? In the context of personal finance, the P&L method involves tracking all of your income sources and then subtracting your expenses to see if you're operating at a profit or a loss. And obviously the goal is to ensure your income exceeds your expenses. So you're left with a surplus at the end of each period, whatever you choose the period to be. All right, so it is similar to zero-based budget, which I also have a video on. All right, so how to set up a P&L budget for personal use. So setting it up is really straightforward. So here's how you get started. Gather all your financial documents. This is pay stubs, bank statements, bills, receipts. Try to do it for the past 3 months. You need to accurately track your income and your expenses. All right. And you're going to use, a spreadsheet or budgeting software, whatever you prefer. All right. So next, create columns. Create 2 columns. Obviously, one's for your income and one's for your expenses. In the income column, you list all the money coming in, salary, side hustles, any earnings from other sources, the money Nana sent you. So in the expense column, you list everything you spent money on from, housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, list it all there. It is helpful to categorize your expenses with fixed expenses, which are the same every month, so like rent or a car payment, variable expenses, and these change from month to month. So this could be groceries, entertainment, and once you have everything categorized, subtract those total expenses from the total income and see where you stand. All right, so what are the benefits of using a P&L budgeting method for personal finance? All right. First of all, it gives you a clear picture of your financial health. By tracking your income and your expenses in one place, you can easily see whether you're living within your means or overspending. Another big advantage of this method is it'll help you identify areas where you can cut back or optimize your spending. Since you're regularly reviewing your expenses, right? No matter what method you choose, you're doing that. It's easier to spot patterns and make adjustments as needed. Plus, this method encourages you to focus on the bottom line. Are you making enough profit or incurring a loss each month? And this can be a very powerful motivator to improve your financial habits. Lastly, the P&L is great for planning. By understanding financial trends, your financial trends, you can make informed decisions about future spending and saving and investing, and this will help you stay on track for your long-term financial goals. All right, so those are some good stuff. And of course, there's always going to be some cons, like nothing is perfect in life. So, what are some of the downsides? Really, the biggest challenge is that it can be time consuming. It requires a lot of attention to detail. You need to keep track of every penny you earn and every penny you spend. You know what, which can feel overwhelming, especially if you have multiple sources of income or a lot of variable expenses. Another potential drawback is it might not work well for everyone, especially if you're someone who struggles with consistency or isn't naturally detailed oriented. You might find it hard to stick with this because there aren't any like hard and fast rules for it. And over the long term, it does require regularly updating and reviewing, which is a lot to manage if you're not used to it or don't have a good outline to stick with it. All right, finally, focusing too much on profit or loss outcome each month can be a little discouraging, especially if you start out having like fluctuating income. So it is important to remember the goal is progress, not perfection. All right. Perfection should never be your goal. And that it's okay to have a few lost months, as long as you're working towards a positive trend. So, is the P&L budgeting method right for you? If you're someone who enjoys tracking your finances in detail and wants a clear picture of your financial health, this could be a good fit. You know, it's especially useful for people who have variable income or self-employed, as it helps you keep a close eye on both your income and your expenses. However, if you prefer a simpler approach to budgeting and don't have the time to regularly update your financials, you might not like this method. All right. So, in case you want to explore other budgeting methods that are different but still effective, there's the percentage, the envelope, which we're going to have videos on all of them. So just watch them and see if they work for you. So the best budgeting method is the one that works for you. Some people combine elements of the P&L method and other budgeting methods and, you know, strategically create a system that fits their personal financial situation, right? Remember, it's called personal finance for a reason. All right, so we need to stop being so extreme, like this all or nothing mentality, not just in budgeting, but in life. Like life is gray. So you can combine different elements and play around, see what works for you. All right, so this method can be a great tool for managing your finances, but again, you need to have a clear understanding of your financial health. You know, it's definitely worth trying if you think it'll help you, but you know, you gotta do what's best for you. All right. So that is P&L budgeting, and we're gonna have more on the other types. And I hope you watch those videos so you can get a good idea of the different types that, you know, are out there. It's not just one type of budgeting. All right. Also really important is you need to try to get a month ahead of your bills, no matter which one you use. All right. That is really important. I've got videos on that, or video, I don't remember. All right. So I hope you found this helpful and got value from it. And I would love it if you subscribed, liked, shared. You know the speech. Every YouTuber gives that speech. So my turn, right? So thank you, and I will see you in the next one.